Hi, everybody. It's me, Jordan Long here. And today I'm going to talk about, well, what happened to Tuxedo Mask on Monday. So, on Monday, Tuxedo Mask was protecting and defending Sailor Moon as he always does. After he froze the red rose, and something happened, and his leg comes disconnected from the rest of his body. And yes, he's fixed. Now, what happened? You see, in action figures, not all of them, but some action figures and some dolls have pegs where the manufacturer puts the legs in. Now, these pegs are supposed to keep the leg in place, but also allow the leg to go up and down, bend. Not bend in the way that a human's leg or an animal's leg would bend, but still in some way move. Now, action figures and dolls break over time. Either their heads come off for various reasons. Mostly with action figures, most of the time it's usually the heads. But with adventure dolls, sometimes it might not be the head that usually comes loose. Sometimes it might be an arm or a leg. So Tuxedo Mask had to go to the hospital to get his leg fixed. And at first they tried crazy glue, but the crazy glue didn't work. So then they used a rubber band and rubber band his leg back into place because the peg or the part of it broke off and no longer could be put back together, unlike what happened the first time. Well, I'm going to talk with him. First, I'm going to talk with Sailor Moon and see what happened. Well, Sailor Moon, I finally got a chance to talk with you. So, what happened? Well, I was fighting the Miz as usual, and then Tuxedo Mask showed up and threw his rose and cut his haiku, and then something happened and he looked awkward, but he still hit the Miz with his quartet staff. And then after that, we couldn't put his leg back into place. We kept pushing it, wouldn't go in. And then we just decided we had to finish off the video. So then he had to go to the hospital. And it had to use crazy glue, but the crazy glue wouldn't hold the leg together. So then used rubber band the whole leg back together. So there's a rubber band holding his leg into place. Yeah, because the peg broke. Now, I know what some people are thinking. Well, where did Tuxedo Mask come from? Where did any of those dolls come from? Amazon, actually. None of the Sailor Moon dolls were bought from any retail store. None of them. Except maybe for the small Sailor Moon, only for the small Sailor Moon, of course. But then using the Funko Sailor Moon pop figure was from Games Again, and the other small Sailor Moon one was from the Glassport Thrift Center. But beyond that, all the other ones were from Amazon. And Irwin Toy no longer manufactures or even has any liability for them. So, and trying to get a replacement would take some time. There would be a lot of missed videos with him not in it until we got a replacement. But luckily, we were able to get a rubber band to hold his leg back together. Well, so Tuxedo Mask, how's everything going? Everything's going great after my rubber band holding my leg together. Did you actually think that was going to happen? No. I thought if it was going to happen, my leg could easily be popped back into place, but I guess the peg to hold it together broke off or whatever the case is, so it wouldn't stay into place anymore. Wow, when did you notice something was wrong? When I couldn't stand up straight when I had my quartet staff? After I whacked the Miz with it, when it wouldn't go back into place multiple times? When I had to go to the hospital and then have crazy glue, but that wouldn't work, and then have to use a rubber band just to hold it into place? Well, I'm glad you're all right now. Well, I'm glad I'm fine now, Well, I did face the Miz earlier on Sailor Moon Tube 11's YouTube channel, Sailor Moon's YouTube channel, and I ended up beating him. He claims he had nothing to do with the injury, and maybe that might be true and all. But the fact that he had to come on, but the fact that he had basically had to, but the fact that he showed up on your video and he's mentioned it, basically, and he's gonna claim that he's gonna spin it as if, he had nothing to do with my injury, but he's gonna spin it that it proved how awesome he was. Well, I'm glad that your rubber band's holding your leg into place. I'm glad too, Jordan. I can't bend anymore. But then again, no one was really bending my legs anyways and before that. And for everybody who was concerned about Tuxedo Mask, don't be concerned. He's just fine, a rubber band holding his foot into place. And no, like the video I made yesterday, there is no warranty on action figures or dolls. And even if there was, Irwin Toy or now iToys Inc. would say that the time of the warranty is expired long past, probably, even if there was. They probably don't even have any liability or even any accountability anymore. They stopped manufacturing them after 2001 anyway. So that's about it for me. I'm Jordan Long, and I hope you enjoyed this video.